As a safe and responsible boater, it is your responsibility to know and understand the common terms associated with the boating environment. Let's begin. Accident. An unforeseen and unplanned event or circumstance. In boating, a general term referring to a recreational boating event that results in an injury, fatality, property damage, and/or a vessel that is a total loss. Please be aware the boater safety community, including marine law enforcement agencies, are transitioning away from accident into the term incident. Beginner. A novice who has begun a course or instruction or is learning the fundamentals. Boat. As a noun, a small vessel for travel on water. Includes every description of a watercraft used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. Boat as a verb. To place in or bring into a boat, or to go by boat. Entry level. Of or being at the lowest level of hierarchy. The proficiency reached by a person who has successfully completed an appropriate amount of beginner instruction or has achieved a sufficient level of experience to be ready to pursue or enter safely into recreational boating. Human-propelled vessel. Any vessel propelled by human power, typically with oars or paddles. These would be rowboats, canoes, kayaks, paddleboards, and paddle boats. These operate much slower than power-driven craft. Incident. An occurrence of an action or situation that is a separate unit of experience, something dependent on or subordinate to something else of greater or principal importance. Also see accident. Knowledge. Cognitive outcome of the learning process usually tested by verbal or written questions. Go, no-go. Beginning or related to a required decision to continue or stop a course of action. Being or relating to a point at which a no-go decision must be made. Passenger. Any person on board, excluding the operator. Power-driven vessel. Any vessel propelled by machinery. In other words, they have an engine. Houseboats, motorboats, ski boats, fishing boats, and even jet skis. Sailing vessel. Any vessel under sail provided that propelling machinery, if fitted, is not used. Many sailing boats also have motors. If the motor is being used, it's a power-driven vessel. If the wind is moving the craft through its sails, then it falls under sailboat rules. Standard. According to the American National Standards Institute, 1. A recognized unit of comparison by which the correctness of others can be determined. 2. A set of characteristics or qualities that describe features of a product, process, or service. Skill. The learned capacity, aptitude, or ability to do something. Underway. As an adjective. Occurring, performed, or used while traveling or in motion. Underway as an adverb. In motion. Not at anchor or aground. A vessel is not at anchor or made fast to the shore or aground. Water jet propelled vessel. Any vessel propelled by machinery which powers a pump producing a jet of water. Vessel. Any watercraft, including non-displacement craft and seaplanes, used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. As a boat operator, you must know and understand common terminology used in the navigational rules that apply to all kinds of boating. A watercraft is a three-dimensional object that you will be piloting. It is your responsibility to be familiar with these common terms. CFR Chapter 1, Subchapter E, Part 83.03, Rule 3 describes a vessel as follows. A. Vessel. Any watercraft, including non-displacement craft, WIG craft, and seaplanes used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. Port. The left side of a vessel looking forward. This side is indicated with a red side light or a combination light. Starboard. The right side of the vessel looking forward. This side is indicated with a green side light or combination light. Bow. The forward part of the vessel. Stern. The rear of the vessel, also referred to as the aft. Breadth. CFR Chapter 1, Subchapter E, Part 83.03, Rule 3. The length and breadth of a vessel means her overall length, greatest breadth. The breadth is overall width of the vessel at its widest point. The length is how long the vessel is at its longest point, from the tip of the bow to the stern of the hull. The motor is not included in the overall length of the boat's hull, the body of the boat. This can be made of wood, metal, fiberglass, plastic, or rubber. This gives the boat its shape, it's watertight, and displaces the water so the boat can float. The boat's design is best matched to its intended usage. Water varies with currents, waves, and other hazards, so selecting the correct design for its intended usage is paramount to safety as various water situations affect the boat's overall performance. Deck, the top covering of the hull. This is the flat surface that we enjoy where we can sit or stand. Keel, a large flat blade that runs along the bottom of a hull. It keeps the boat right side up and prevents wind from blowing the boat sideways. These holes are commonly found on sailboats. Transom. A boat's transom is the flat or curved surface at the rear of the boat that forms the stern. This serves as a barrier and seals off the hull to prevent water from coming inside the hull. In craft with outboard motors, this is where the motor is mounted, and in some smaller boats, the transom may support the rudder. Gunnel. A gunnel is the top edge of a boat's side. It's a key structural component that strengthens the boat, protects the hull, and provides a handrail for the crew. Bilge. The bilge is the lowest point of the boat. This is where two sides come together, and if the boat is sitting on dry ground, it's the part that would be touching the ground. Inside the bilge is where the water and fumes can accumulate. Cleaning, draining, and properly ventilating your bilge area is mandated. We will talk more about this later in the course. Propeller. A boat propeller is a device that converts the boat's engine power into forward motion. This is known as thrust. It's the final part of a boat's engine and drivetrain, and is often called a screw. They look similar to a fan blade. Anchor. The anchor is a heavy metal object that is attached to the boat body by a rope or chain. It is then thrown or dropped overboard and keeps the boat from moving when moored. Cleats. A boat cleat is a T-shaped metal or wood fitting that secures ropes, lines, and cables to a boat. Cleats are used for mooring, anchoring, towing, and other purposes. Drain plug. A boat drain plug is a device that allows water to drain onto the boat. It's located in a hole in the very bottom of the boat, usually near the keel. This drains accumulated water from the bilge area, and you're required to have it open when transporting a boat on land to prevent the spread of aquatic invasive species. We'll discuss more about this later on in the course. Emergency cutoff switch. An emergency cutoff switch, ECOS, is a safety device that shuts off a boat's engine if the operator is thrown overboard or incapacitated. It's also known as a boat kill switch. It is most commonly attached with a safety lanyard that is connected with the driver. Beam. The beam of the boat is the width of the boat at its widest point, measured from one side to the other. It's a key measurement that affects the boat's stability, capacity, and performance. Draft. The draft is how deep a boat goes under the waterline. It is measured from the hull's lowest point or the boat's propellers. This is important to know so that you can best judge for running aground. Freeboard. A boat's freeboard is the distance between the waterline and the boat's upper deck before water can get in. It's a vital safety measurement that helps determine how much weight a boat can carry and how well it can withstand waves. Wake. A boat wake is the trail of waves that a boat creates as it moves through water. Wakes can be dangerous and can impact other boats, swimmers, and shorelines. These wakes start off as a V shape and travel from the boat, creating them. There are two navigational concepts when underway on a watercraft: stand on and give way. Stand on is the concept when a vessel is directed by navigational rules to maintain course and speed. However, appropriate action may be taken to avoid collisions. Give way is the concept when a vessel is directed by navigational rules to keep out of the way of another vessel and should, where possible, keep as far away as needed to keep both vessels safe. Take early and substantial action to keep well clear. Remember, you can always go back if you need to see these terms again. It's your responsibility to know and understand these terms.